Hello everyone, my name is Pris from Prisperuses and welcome to another video. Today we are doing something different. I am basically doing a Q&A with myself. These are some frequently asked questions that I get. I wrote them down on this little notepad and I want to make a little bit of a chatty video with you guys. So I started my booktube journey 6 months ago, but I've been part of the community for over 3 years now. In the 6 months that I started my channel, I gained a lot of subscribers. So this video is a way for you to get to know me a little bit better. So first off, I want to do the formal introduction. My name is Pris. My full name is Priscilla, but I do not like it, so please call me Pris. I live in the Netherlands and I'm 33 years old. Yes, I'm quite old for booktube. Well, not that there is an age limit to it, but I am one of the older booktubers, which is fine because I behave like a 6-year-old boy all the time. So I live in the south of the Netherlands in this really amazing apartment. I am so lucky with my apartment. I've been living here since 2014, so quite a long time now. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that. That's 8 years. I've been living here for 8 years. I absolutely love my apartment. It's just so me, and as you can see, I have a lot of space for books behind. So yeah, I just love it here. I made my apartment really it's reflecting how I am as a person, and I just love it here so much. I do live on my own, but I'm not quite alone because I do have a cat called Lilli. You will all have seen her by now during live shows because Lilli likes to make herself known and she likes to be present and she likes the attention. She's quite a diva. She's a handful, but I absolutely love her to pieces. She is incredible. She's my sister, my baby, my everything. So let's talk a little bit about hobbies. I of course read a lot. I am a reader, but I also love to write. I have been writing my whole life. I'm currently working on a project that is called Ray. It's very much inspired by The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, which is my favorite book of all time. It's basically a love letter to life. Because I think when we think of the word love, it automatically means a romantic or a sexual relationship, which I think is just bizarre and just so unnecessary, because you can have a love for so many things. You can have a love for music, for food, for books, stories, for animals, and also platonic love between people is there. I wanted to be the book very much about that, but it's currently a little bit on the back burner because I have so much going on in my life right now. But I will at some point return to it, and hopefully I will publish it someday and you will get to read it. That will be a dream. I also really enjoy watching sports. I watch football. That's not American football, it's the European football, the soccer. I have my team that I follow and support, which is called PSV Eindhoven here in the Netherlands. So I really enjoy watching their games and following all their results. I recently also got into Formula 1 thanks to my dear friend Steph from Steph Loves. I started watching it last season and I picked one hell of a season, let me tell you. Because obviously we had a lot of drama going on, and eventually Max Verstappen, who is from the Netherlands, won the World Championship, which was amazing. But honestly, being into the Formula 1 world has been incredible, and it's just such a rush, and I absolutely love watching it. I also quite enjoy to watch darts as well, because I don't know, I find it soothing. I don't necessarily go looking for it. Well, sometimes I do. But when it's on, when I'm flicking through the channels and I see darts, I will leave it on because it's just a comfort in a weird way. I also really enjoy going to the movies, which obviously I haven't been doing a lot because of COVID, but we're getting back there, and there is a new Downton Abbey film that I'm desperate to see, so I will probably go see that very soon. I also really like music. My favorite artist is Taylor Swift. I am a diehard Swiftie. and I want to see Taylor Swift in concert. I've never seen her live, so I think she's incredible and I want to see her live. Fun fact, I've also been in a children's choir for most of my childhood, which was amazing. We got like singing lessons and everything, and it was an incredible time, and I love being part of that. So I do know how to sing. It is just something that I enjoy doing privately. But I do really enjoy music. Like Taylor Swift I'm a huge fan of Taylor Swift, but also Joss Stone. I don't know if any of you maybe heard of her, but I did see her live and she's incredible. I love Joss Stone. Like, wow, she's amazing. She is such an incredible artist as well. I also love musical. I have seen my fair share of musicals and plays over the years. And I do love a good musical film, like La La Land is one of my favorite movies of all time. I also recently got into scrapbooking thanks to my dear friend Jade from Jade Reads. It's been really relaxing me and helping me to like settle down and just clear my head a little bit, so I've been enjoying that a lot lately. As you guys no doubtly know, I also have a big passion for food. I'm like known as the snack queen of Booktube. I love sushi. I even made my Patreon into sushi tiers. Absolutely love sushi, can eat that all day, every day. I hate cooking and doing dishes, but the eating part, I'm all for. Now, a little bit onto my bookish life. I've been a reader for most of my life. I'm a daughter of a librarian. My mother has studied to be a librarian, and she has been a librarian for a long period of her life. So as her daughter, it was only obvious that I would become a reader as well. Can you see Lilli doing zoomies in the background? So yeah, I grew up with books. I've been reading for most of my life. I did have periods where I didn't read as much or I didn't read at all, but I have been a reader for most of my life. I've become like a really diehard reader, I think in 2015-16, which was a period in my life that I was very unhappy. I wasn't happy with my life. I wasn't happy with the job that I had. People are always so surprised when they hear this. I have a master's degree in tax law. And I've been working as a tax advisor for more than 4 years, but I didn't like it at all. Like, the pressure was so intense, the hours were intense, and I just don't like the world. It's a very toxic world, where it's all about competing. Lilli, oh my gosh. Where it's all about competing against each other instead of working with one another. So I did not enjoy that at all, and it ultimately led to my downfall, because at the beginning of 2018 I got diagnosed with severe depression, so that was really no fun at all. But just before that I started going back to reading because I really needed the escapism, and I really needed to escape my life. It was just like a flight from my own life. And then we go into the Booktube community and the Booktube world, because when I got diagnosed with severe depression, I got a doctor's note and I ended up being at home full time because I couldn't do it anymore, and I was very much like completely beaten down and very burned out. So yeah, I had a lot of time on my hands at home and very confused about my life, very confused about how I was as a person, and I thought I was very much alone in the world. I was like, I'm so weird and why am I like this? But I ended up reading a lot, which led me to read about fairy loot. And I was very interested in fairy loot, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I want to subscribe to them. I want to see if it is something for me. I did some research and I landed on YouTube with fairy loot unboxings, and that's where it all started. And the first booktuber that I ever watched was Ali from Hardback Hoarder, and like, I cannot thank Ali enough, because she was the one that initiated this whole journey that I've been on. Because I saw Ali's videos and I absolutely fell in love with her. I thought she was so funny. I thought she was so joyous and so herself, her authentic self. And I don't know, I saw something of me in her, and I was like, oh my gosh, are there like people out there who are like the same as me? What is happening? So yeah, I like binge watched all of Ellie's videos, and then it got spiral out of control because very soon after that I discovered G over at Book Roast, and through G I got introduced to Jade from Jade Reach, which has been a massive part of my life. But then Gavin started his channel, and I found so many other channels, and it was just amazing. And the first 6 months to a year I was very much a silent watcher. I didn't comment on any videos, I was just watching. But then I started to comment on videos and getting a little bit more involved in the community. It was just so crazy because these people were very much the same like me. They all had a fucked up sleeping schedule. They were talking about food all the time, about books. They all were screwed up in the head. I remember thinking this, and it was just an eye-opener for me, and it did my entire world like got flipped upside down for the best reasons. So yeah, that was like a huge moment for me where I started finally interacting with the people, and they started noticing me, and it was just amazing. And I think the next point in my journey was when I watched an Instagram live from G over at Book Roast, and there was this red-headed girl sitting next to her talking about polar fantasy, and I was like, does this bitch only read books with polar bears in them? What? That was my first impression of Jade. And Jade is now like my best friend. Oh my gosh, she means the world to me, and I absolutely adore her, and we became friends, and it was just amazing. And I think at the beginning when I like got involved in the community and I sometimes ended up being on sprints with people, I was very much known as Jade's friend. Which I thought was hilarious. It was so funny. I became really close friends with Jade, which was amazing. And then Gavin started his channel, and Gavin and I also became friends. And later on, through Becca's Bookopoly, I became friends with Steph from Steph Loves. And now those are like my 3 besties, and I love them like with all of my being and every fiber of my being. Like, oh my gosh, I love them so much. But I think that's how the people were like introduced to me, because they saw me being mentioned on like Jade's channel and Gavin's channel and Steph's channel. And then I got like so many questions about the people, when are you gonna start your own channel? And it took a long time for me to actually do it. It took so long for me to be there, but it was good for me in a way that it took me that long, because I just needed to be ready. I just took the plunge and I started my own sprinting channel at the end of September, beginning of October, and it was fantastic. Like, I reached 1,000 subscribers, I think, within 24 hours. Which was absolutely berserk to me. It was so crazy. I feel like the people were like, oh my gosh, this was so long overdue. And then in February I made the decision of doing sit down videos as well, and it also went tremendously well. Like, the support from you guys have been incredible, like so amazing. And then last month I started my Patreon, which was just, I was blown away by the support from you guys. Honestly, this community means the world to me, and this whole journey has been amazing. So yeah, that's like a little bit background of my journey into Booktube. What I hope to bring here is just like a positive creative outlet for myself, but also for you guys to like forget everything what's going on in your life right now and just chill out, zone out a little bit, and have a good time. That's basically it. Next thing I do want to talk about is my reading taste. So my reading taste has quite developed Because when I became a very avid reader back in 2015-16, my reading taste was very much contemporary and YA contemporary. I read a lot of that. But my taste has quite developed and it has shifted massively into fantasy. I don't read as much YA more. I tend to gravitate towards adult fantasy and middle grade. Those are like the two genres I gravitate towards the most. I absolutely love adult fantasy and I love my middle grade. So yeah, I think the two books that people associate me the most with is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab, and the other book is Keeper of the Lost Cities. It has to be. It has to be Keeper of the Lost Cities. So those are the genres. Like, the things that I like in books is found family. I'm a massive fan of found family tropes. I love some animal sidekicks, enemies to lovers with a lot of banter in it. I do really enjoy like witty stuff and banter between characters. I love trials. Trials and competitions are always like so much fun. I really enjoy those as well. So that's like a little bit of my reading taste. I hope this adventure is gonna continue, and I hope to be doing this for a very long time, because I really do think that I found my calling and my passion in this. So yeah, I will hopefully do this for a very long time, and I hope you're gonna enjoy the ride with me. I think that is all, my love. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please do let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions for me. I will try to answer them. Should I do a Q&A with your own questions? Please do let me know down below in the comments. I'm gonna leave you for now, but I will hopefully see you soon with another video. Bye!